Around the globe, God is still speaking. This is prophetic confirmation with God's servant, Prophet Joel Odegui.
Let's pray against flood that will lead to destruction of life and properties this year in Nigeria.
Call it a furious flood, and you won't be wrong. That's the state of affairs in Pege Town in Mokwa local government area of Niger State, following a severe early morning downpour on Thursday, which culminated into a flood disaster in the area, sweeping away anything in its way. As at the last count, the Niger State Emergency Management Agency has confirmed at least 21 deaths, with 10 others missing as search and rescue operations continue. Meanwhile, the National Emergency Management Agency, NEMA, says it has activated its MENA Operations Office to deploy search and rescue officers and mobilize support equipment.
I never seen this one before.
On his part, the state governor, Umaru Bago, is commiserating with the people of Mokwa local council area over the disaster, as he directs the State Emergency Management Agency and other concerned groups to take necessary action.
According to our records and the number of bodies so far, we have about 111. But now talking to the head of the district, he's telling me that they're estimating over 200. But to our own records, we have 111 bodies.
There are so many people in their houses sleeping. Some are still in the morning sleeping. So many people. In fact, we cannot count them unless we're able to see the body to count. Even myself, I lost a brother. My house, I have about 11 rooms. All were destroyed. Food, everything. Although it did not the life was escaped. Nothing happened, but my properties all were gone.
What we have suffered here is only God who knows the value of even materials. We have not even talked about human lives.
Like how many lives lost?
Nobody can tell you, but I think it's in hundreds. I lost about 20 people.
Lagos, Nigeria, September 25th, 2025.
You send it to me, yeah? Okay. My Lord and my God.
Come on. What's the matter with this? I'm on this thing, no be small.
The Lagos state government has attributed the severe flooding that disrupted life in parts of Lekki and surrounding areas on Tuesday and Wednesday to illegal constructions and reckless waste disposal. In a statement shared via his official X account, Commissioner for the Environment, Tokunbo Wahab, extended sympathy to residents affected by the downpour and resulting flash floods. He stressed that human activities were worsening the city's natural vulnerability to flooding. The early morning rainfall triggered widespread flooding across Victoria Island, Lekki, Aja, and nearby areas, submerging roads, homes, and shops. The resulting chaos brought both pedestrian and vehicular traffic to a standstill for over 7 hours. Many commuters were stranded well into the night. While some managed to return home after 10 p.m., others remained stuck in traffic until the early hours of the following morning. Videos and posts circulated on social media showed submerged vehicles and frustrated residents, many of whom urged the government to take immediate action to prevent a recurrence. Acknowledging the public outcry, Wahab noted that Lagos, being a coastal city, is prone to flooding, especially when intense rainfall coincides with high tides that prevent water from draining effectively. He reiterated the need for residents to comply with urban planning laws and proper waste disposal practices to mitigate future risks. He added, despite this, the state government has continued to invest in drainage infrastructure, regular desilting, and enforcement of environmental laws to minimize flooding incidents and protect lives and property. We must also provide clarity on some of the affected areas. At Kisenla, the challenge is technical. The downstream is about 1.2 meters higher than the invert of the existing drainage, as confirmed by the survey conducted for the ongoing project awarded by the state government at the end of Kisenla Road, which includes a pumping station. Around the house on the Rock Church, the flooding was linked to infractions we highlighted earlier: illegal construction on floodplains and dumping of refuse in drains. These kinds of activities worsen flooding and must stop. We appeal for understanding and continued cooperation from the public. Keeping our environment clean, refraining from dumping refuse into drains, and avoiding construction on floodplains are vital to achieving a flood-free Lagos. In several of the videos shared yesterday, clear infractions were observed and obstructions were promptly removed, including those illegal reclamations carried out without the requisite environmental impact assessment report and the drainage clearance. We also wish to assure residents that the flooding was a flash flood in some parts of the state and has since receded this morning. The ministry remains committed to strengthening our flood management systems, but this effort requires the support and responsible actions of all Lagosians, he said. Similarly, the National Emergency Management Agency said there was no cause for alarm about the flooding in parts of Lagos, assuring that its officers were monitoring the situation. NEMA's Southwest Coordinator, Tun Muhammad, said that there have been no issues of concern, adding that there was no need to panic. There is no cause for alarm yet. The situation is very much under control, and our officers are monitoring closely, he assured. Vehicular and business activities were paralyzed across parts of Lagos State on Wednesday after hours of heavy downpour triggered flash floods in several communities in the state. The downpour wreaked havoc in flood-prone areas across the state, which included Maryland, Lekki, Agba, and Ikorodu. This is because residents and business owners lamented how their homes and shops were overrun by the flood. Similarly, multiple videos seen across social media platforms showed residents wading through their flooded neighborhoods, while motorists were also seen moving at a slow pace on flooded roads.
What the fuck?
On Olatunji Street in Maryland, the overflow of a canal cut off access to the adjoining Min community. A resident, Chinasa Nady, said the flood had been a recurring sight whenever it rained and as long as the residents in both neighborhoods could remember. She said, "This has been happening for years now, and it's very hard for vehicles to go in or out of there. People even swim to their houses. It is not easy for people living around there to come out of their houses because the flood is too much. Some will even go as far as relocating to another place due to the flood." A business owner who identified himself simply as Kalu and had lived there for 3 years said he was amazed at how quickly the floods spread across the street. The downpour compounded the woes of motorists and pedestrians as they were trapped in the gridlock that built up on several flooded roads across the state. In some areas, vehicles broke down on the waterlogged roads, worsening the situation for commuters who spent long hours waiting to board buses. In its usual look during a downpour, the Agbo-Wemco junction was flooded, affecting vehicular movement in the area. The economic cost of flooding in Lagos is estimated at billions of naira annually, with residents losing homes, shops, vehicles, and man-hours to gridlock. Public health is also at risk, as stagnant floodwater often leaves behind outbreaks of waterborne diseases. The Lagos state government, however, sympathized with residents affected by the flash floods that swept through parts of the state, assuring that efforts were ongoing to tackle recurring incidents.
Since afternoon till this evening, this one was deeply